What new types of litigation are creating demand for expert witnesses?
We've seen a large growth in civil litigation related to wrongful death. And I will add, too, that this is not just in addiction treatment, but also in mental health facilities. And I've had some cases involving crisis stabilization units, which are Baker Act units in Florida, involuntary commitment for mental health. So in both mental health and addiction treatment, I've seen more litigation coming out of it.
Your world isn't just inside the hospital. There's so much that you can do as a nurse. And if you decide to do legal nurse work, if it's consulting or expert work, you can look at criminal cases. Bernard DeVot did not wake up that morning and say that she wanted a patient. There's a lot behind that story. I believe that case really changed the landscape for nursing in general, to open their eyes and just go back to the basics.
A good aerial view right over is a really good way. Then you can input it into software and be able to have your scale model and put your scale vehicles over it. And as that technology continues to advance, there'll be more and more LiDAR capability that can actually replace or at least complement, be a comparable replacement for some of the large Faro scanners that are really the gold standard in terms of collecting point cloud data.
I wasn't listed anywhere. I didn't know that this was a need that was out there. And this service said, hey, we have a law firm. They're dealing with a very medically complicated med mal case. So they were drowning in the medical literature. There was over 1,000 different studies and publications dealing with this technology and procedure. They were also a boutique law firm. They only had 3 attorneys. They just needed a lot of help with specialized medical research. They didn't have access to the databases.
But I really think the role of an expert, one is to be as neutral as possible. I really don't care whether the plaintiff wins or the defense wins. I care about what's true.
Yeah, I would say tribal water rights are a big issue right now in Indian law and writ large too, as we are all dealing with the impacts of climate change and diminishing water supplies across the West in particular. I think water rights cases are always been important, I think, but they're increasingly important in the context in which we find ourselves of, diminishing water supplies.